Hey guys, this is a video that I'm going to do real quick. This is unboxing. As you can see in the picture here, this is a tripod stand with the cell phone holder. They call it the selfie ring light. So it's a ring light. This is something that you'll see a lot of times when you're watching a video and you see somebody doing a review. You see a YouTube video. If you can see the little rings in their eyes, the reason they have the ring is because of the ring light here. This is USB powered. It has brightness settings, on off, lighting modes. There's kind of a warm light, bright light, and a kind of a dimmer light. I don't believe that it comes with the actual plug to plug it into a wall. I'm going to unbox it. First time I've opened it. You can see the brand here. This is an item on YouTube. I'll have the link in the description for the actual item that I've purchased. I did a good bit of research on this, trying to find something that I could add the light for. Doing these kind of videos, doing a review video. So I'm just going to open this up. Model number is AKL02. So here's a manual. There's the cell phone stand. That's what clamps to the side of the pole. Let's see. This looks like a remote for the camera. There's a swivel head for the camera mount. This looks like the tripod itself. The tripod itself can fold out. Does not look like, so it looks, I guess, articulates up. You can do different sections at a time for different heights. This is actually going to be awesome because it's really tall. So I can put this on the floor, and as you can see where the end of this head is, it's still high enough up that I could get a shot from above like I'm doing right now. There's your little 1/4-20 to bolt the swivel head into. So this is actually the swivel for the light mount on top. The cell phone holder, this is actually going to clamp onto the bar. So I guess you just pick where at on the bar when you go to set up. You pick where you're at on the bar that you want the camera to rest, and that's where you decide. It's nice. You got a little lock on the side to lock the tripod in place wherever you've adjusted it up. You can lock this in place, and then you can lock the top so that this can articulate or stop. This is the light itself in here. This is going to have the power connected to it. So here's the ring itself. It's only one light ring. I think the picture makes it look like there might be 3 separate attachments almost. In the picture on Amazon, it looks like there's 3 separate lights. So it's only one light. And as I mentioned before, it's just the plug. So you're going to have to find something to plug into. If you've got a wall plug from something else that you're using in the house, then you can just plug into that. If you're using a desktop and you're recording to a desktop while you're filming, then you'll have a plug from the computer. It's just going to be a standard 5-volt. The control here for the light ring, you've got up and down for brightness. You can turn on and off, and then this says model. So I'll have to look at the directions to see what it means when it says model. This shows the swivel head for the light ring. The angles that you can turn the light ring, how to lock the poles once you pull the poles out so that they stay up. So it's actually a twist and lock. So that means when you pull these out, they're just going to fall back down. But if you pull them out and twist them, once you've twisted them, they won't fall in. You have to untwist them to get them to collapse again. So that's a nice additional feature. Looks like it does that on every single one of these. You just twist it a little to get it to stop. So that's a nice feature. Let's see, we're looking for mode on this. So in the picture itself, the buttons are not what it says on the actual buttons. This says up, down, on, off, and model, but in the picture they've got brightness up and then light color switch and then brightness down and then on, off. So the buttons are not in the same location as it originally showed. So there is the selfie remote control. That's what this is saying this is. I don't know if you have to pair this. If you've got to, okay, so it is a Bluetooth. As I mentioned, I did the research on this to figure out what light ring I wanted to get. This looks like it's going to have more features than I even thought. I'll get around to clamping the phone holder on, and like I said, I'll have to figure out. I still don't see on here where the mode is. Maybe the mode is the different colors, cool, warm, or natural. These must be the 3 different modes. So now it actually says down here 3 light mode, 10 level brightness. So in each of the modes there's 3 different levels of brightness. I'm not sure where the 10 comes from. You would think that would be 9, but I'll figure that out. So I'm going to get this set up so that I can actually take a little bit of a video without the light ring and then take some video with the light ring with the same camera, so that you can see that nothing's changed with the camera. This is shooting from a Note 10 Plus video. When I shoot without the light and then shoot with the light, you'll be able to see the difference between the two. So let me do a little bit of assembly on this. I need to get a wall plug in order to plug the light in the first place. We'll go through the different color tones and you can see what difference it makes. Something I wanted to show you real quick on this. It does have this in the instructions on how to install a phone holder. You need to pay attention to this part because you'll think that you need to force this in. The way that it comes from them is like this. It's got the part already on here, this little clamp wheel. You're thinking that you need to plug this in and just force it in to get it in the hole. Don't do that. Take this off first, then put the two together in the socket. What you need to do is you slip this end over the ball first, put it in, and then tighten it down. That's how you put this together. So don't do that on the wrong way on accident. You're gonna end up with a broken piece as soon as you get started. The opening for the phone is spring loaded. There's no wheel on this to open and close this certain distances or to clamp it down. It's got a spring and there's some tension on here to hold it in place. So I'll tell you whether or not it actually fits on my Note 10 Plus with the with my case on. This is kind of interesting on this end. It's actually this little clamp here. This is what opens up. There's 4 different notches on here. That makes it so that this opens up different amounts. So you actually open this up and you're going to take this rubber, spin it around to where the mouth is on this. So you open this and that's what's actually going to clamp on the bar. You can take this rubber insert out and clamp it onto the bigger, this is the bigger part of the base of the bar, but this rubber piece just comes out. But this just necks down so that when you're putting it on the smaller bars at the top, it just clamps onto the smaller bars if you've only got it open that far. Now, as you can see, I've got the tripod stand set up a little bit here. I'm using a phone mount for my tripod stand that I'll show in another review, but now you can kind of see I've got the little swivel head mounted in the middle there, and I've got the light ring on the top of the tripod stand. I've got the legs open. I've got it tightened down so that the legs aren't going to open up while it's sitting there. It should be pretty stable. So I'm just going to keep going on getting this together. Setup on the selfie ring was pretty easy. I don't know if you can see it or not. I probably have the rings in my eyes, but I'm just going to go through the different modes here. So I'm not sure which it starts on, but there's one of them. This is a different light mode. That must be the cool white. Let's see, they've got cool light, warm light, and natural light. So let's say this is cool light, this is warm light, and this is natural. So it goes from kind of a bluish clear tone, a little bit warmer, and then really warm. Hopefully you can see that difference in the video. Also, here's the difference in brightness. So this, I'm guessing it's already set on the dimmest, so I'm going to go up. Alright, so it must be all the way up already, so let me go down. So actually, each of these colors might actually have 10 different brightnesses. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So actually, each of the modes has its own brightness level. It looks like stock, this one is already on the brightest level. Let me go to a different mode now. And again, so this is all the way bright on the warm light, and this is going down on the warm light. So That's actually really handy to have, especially if you have different color background, and the background color is going to take out some of the light that you're using with the ring. So this is the natural. Not sure how this is natural. I don't know enough about color and lighting to know. I'm pretty new to all this, but I did want to pick up a light ring to be able to do some of these kind of videos where it's just me in front of the camera. I'm not actually looking at a product or looking at something outside and doing a project. I'm not doing something DIY. I personally like the cool the best. I don't know if this is too bright. I'm gonna have to go back. If you're just getting started as I am in video, you have to figure all this out. So this is my introduction to understanding where at in this room with this lighting, especially this time of day. It's going to be different if it's nighttime. I've got a little bit of light coming through the window over here. There's a light up on the top that's more of that natural color light. So I'm going to keep looking at the manual, go through, see if there's any other adjustments or anything extra on this that I can figure out. The light ring itself does have 3 clips around the top of it so that you can, I don't know, clip something extra onto it. I don't know if that's for a mic, if that's a phone holder. I'd have to probably look at the manual to figure that out. I don't see anything in particular. It looks like that would be additional that I would need. I don't see anything in the pictures on what the extra tabs are around the outside of the light ring. It does look like the same kind of clip, little slot that's on top of like a DSLR camera. So I'm guessing it's for a mic. I don't know, maybe a powered flash for taking pictures. I don't know. This is probably a multi-use kind of thing. As you can see, this is a tripod. I could use the tripod, extend it, use it as a selfie stick. The light ring has 3 different modes of color: cool, warm, and natural, as well as the 3 clips that are on the outside to clip additional accessories onto. The remote for the light is super easy to use. You can turn it off. So here's the difference between no ring and the ring on. And so the only other options on this that I would think would be if you needed to set up the camera to where the camera was actually in the middle of the ring. Because the ring is up at the top on the tripod, my camera is actually mounted. This is the center of the selfie ring. This is the center of where my camera is right now. It's probably 8 to 10 inches of difference between center. I don't know how that's going to look in the video. I'll have to just look at the video and in editing and see what that looks like. But I just wanted to give you guys a quick tutorial on this and just show you that I do think that you could use this for a lot of different things. Super simple setup, really easy to put it together. I'll just keep adding other things to it if I think that there's something else that I could figure out how to use it. As I'm using it, I'll mention different options on it, and I'll put the part number, description, Amazon part number in the description below the video once I post it. So like I said, I'm just kind of getting started with this, but I just wanted to show you kind of the tools that I'm getting started with, starting from scratch, getting a YouTube channel started. I have no cameras except for the camera that I'm using on my phone. You see another video I have where I'm using some original GoPro Heroes. I just picked up a couple new action cameras that I'm going to do a review on, and some other equipment. So I'll post videos of that kind of stuff too, and I'll probably use this tripod for doing other reviews now. I won't have to just use the tripod that I had before. So appreciate you watching the video. Hope this helps with making a decision on if this is the kind of equipment that you want to buy. I think it's well worth it. This thing was super cheap. It has looks like it has a lot of different options. It's well made, it's sturdy, it's not going to fall over, it doesn't look like it's going to break very easily. Again, it doesn't come with a wall plug to actually plug it into the wall to plug in the USB cable that's on the end of the selfie ring power, but I've got so many extras of those. If you've had phones over the years, and you've got so many of those extra, that you'll easily be able to find something to plug into. So I haven't spent any time with the remote. It does look like the remote in the picture shows an option for, there's two different buttons. It says one's for photo and one's for iOS camera. Mine only comes with one button. There's just one button on here. There's a little side switch on this, and the side switch is for on and off. You have to set it up so that you can use this for Bluetooth. I'm hoping that the way this works is not just for picture, even though it just says camera on here, it doesn't say video. Whatever the setting is that you have your phone in, your smartphone in at the time, hopefully when you push this button, it's going to start, and it's going to start a video, stop a video, or take a picture if you have it in photo mode. I've got it in video mode and I have not set up the Bluetooth on this yet, so I'm just trying to figure all this out a little bit at a time. But thanks for watching and have a good day.